Welcome to the Real Estate Baller Show. If you ever like any of the video we posted, if you like this channel, can you do me a favor and hit that subscribe button? It helps us more than you know. And the bigger this channel gets, the more people we can help achieve financial freedom. Thank you and enjoy the episode. So your main objective is cash flow, but not necessarily appreciation?
It's nice, but I pay my bills today, not 10 years from now. So right. I want my money today. And I've lived now, it's been a big change and shift in my, my philosophy, because when I didn't know real estate existed, right? You get your money in corporate America anyway, and you put it with a stockbroker or an equity guy, and then they lock it away in their mutual funds and never pay you anything. They're like, why would you want to touch the money? Let me manage it for you and slowly fee you to death while I hold your cash, right? That's the way that the general stock market works.
Yeah.
And real estate, cash flow is what allows me to do what I want to do and do things like this. And if I wouldn't have done that, and I became, I want to say, kind of like rude when people would solicit me for investments, because I'm like, how much does it pay? How fast does it pay? When am I expected to get my money back? And they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, don't even hit me with that investment if it doesn't answer those questions.
I mean, that's why you make smart investment choices, right?
Yeah.
You know, why would you, I hear all the time where people buy something and just like being in a negative because they hoping for some future gain. And I can't understand that really, you know.
Cash flow is so important. I mean, especially if you're trying to slowly work your way away from something. Like if you love your job, I say stay there, make as much as you can in real estate, make as much as you can in your career, your job. But if you're looking to I was like that quiet desperation. Like I put on a smile, do my job. But when I come home at night, I'd be like, I've got to get out of this. I don't know how, because I'm being paid just enough to where I wouldn't want to quit.
So tell us about your first deal. Like you went to some seminar and then you ran into some people and you learned about this wonderful thing called real estate investing. And then what?
So my first deal, I joined a local REIA. This was back in 2003 or 4. And I bought my first single family rental. And it took me a long time to do it. Actually, I went to classes, almost took me like 5 years to buy my first single family house for cash flow. Yeah. And then I found out that landlording wasn't as passive as what they said, right?
No.
But it was a good experience. They taught me how to lease to the correct tenants. So I had good tenants. I did make money on each one of those transactions once I sold the asset. But so single family is where I started. And the kind of like the natural progression of moving into bigger deals was just as my comfort level grew. And I think a lot of people start there. So my story isn't necessarily unique in that aspect.
How many single family property did you buy before you get into the lending? This episode is brought to you by Buzz Vacation Rentals, a premier property management company in Houston and Galveston area. Give Buzz a call at 281-549-8432 to learn more about their rent guarantee program, or check out their website at listwithbuzz.com. Now, back to the Real Estate Baller Show.
I only bought 4. I started off small. So I bought 4, held on to them, thought I was going to move to another city, believe it or not. And then I sold all of them, recapitalized, got all my cash back. And then I sold my medical company. And so I put everything I owned into the stock market. My dad was a financial planner with a company called STA Wealth here in town. Good group, great organization. But, we had it into a bond. We put it into some type of bond, like a tax exempt bond. But it lost about $1 million in 3 months, basically. So the equity value of what I had my money into for cash flow at that time was in a mutual fund, not a mutual fund, but a bond. But on paper, it lost about $1 million in value inside of 3 months. And so at that point, I was pretty depressed. Didn't know if I was going to have to go back to work because it was. And then when the value of it came back up, I got out. I sold. And that's when I met people who were doing apartments and private lending. And I was like, I'm going to do this.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I do have a favor to ask. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with more amazing stories and insights from REBallers. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. This episode is brought to you by National Real Estate Insurance Group, a national independent insurance agency specifically for real estate investors. I personally use NREIG for my investment properties. They offer a low monthly payment option to help you to lower your cash out of pocket when buying an investment property. If you're looking for insurance coverage for your flips or your rental, reach out to them. You can click on the link in the show descriptions, or you can reach out to Jules at 816-946-8443.